So I was driving out to Connecticut for like my first real job, and I was just early. I was roaming through the town trying to kind of like imagine what my life was going to be like, and I was just thinking, hey, what kind of apartment am I going to get? What kind of places am I going to hang out on the weekend? Like, who am I going to meet? What am I going to do after work? And honestly, it really kind of like hit me just then that like I don't know, who am I even going to be, right? Like, it's a clean slate. You just leave college. You could be anybody. You're in a totally different area. And so I just trying to like figure out who am I going to be. And I mean, outside my paycheck too, right? So I just spent all this time like trying to figure out what am I going to do. And I'm like, wait, isn't who I'm going to be important? So I started trying to come up with all kinds of things like, well, I want to hang out with these kinds of people that do these kinds of things. I want to be fit. I want to be whatever. And after a while, I was like really bothered that like all I was really coming up with was stuff, like material things I wanted to have, like activities I wanted to do. And I'm just thinking like, there's got to be more to who I am than this, right? So, if that's where you are, no judgment here. I just wanted to share this thing that was like revolutionary for me. It's from Jesus, and if you heard the last clip that I did, it's totally related. It comes like right after he says all the things he says about happiness. And what he says is all about identity, and basically it's all about like how you have an identity that is already pre-programmed for you from the factory that totally works for you. It's going to be great if you'll step into it. And you don't have to like go searching for some identity. You don't have to like browse other people's identities and try and, come up with something that you can make fit. You've already got one if you want to unlock it. So Jesus in Matthew 5, after he talks about happiness, he says this thing about salt and light, and he basically gives you labels. Like he labels you an identity. He says, you are salt. You are the salt of the earth. And then he says, if salt loses its saltiness, what good is it? Right? So he's giving you a label. You are salt. This is who you are. This is who you're made to be. But if you're not going to be that, like what good is it? What are you really even doing? And if you don't understand what salt is or what it was for them, like the deal was salt was like the ultimate health product back then. Like it was antibacterial. You could put it in a wound. You could clean stuff with it. You preserved food. It basically just made everything better. It made life healthier. And he's saying that's actually at the heart of who you are. That's who you were made to be. You were made to be someone who makes everything around you healthier for the people, healthier for the relationships, And then he says this other thing that kind of clarifies what that really is about. He says, you're the light of the world. Well, what do you mean the light of the world? He's saying you are here to help people to see. He says, a city on a hill cannot be hidden. Neither do people light up a lamp and then cover it over with a bowl. Like your intended, created purpose is to help people to see what's real, to see what's there, and it's not supposed to be hard to find. Like it should be really out there, loud and proud. And he says, let your light shine so that people may see your good deeds and praise God. Like, so the purpose is not just to help people see stuff, but it's to help people see the very reflection of the character of the God who made you. You were intended with this purpose, and there it is. So that is the beginning of this long piece that Jesus does about identity, and it's really amazing. And he's going to go through and like outline all these different aspects of this identity that was made for you, created for you from the beginning. And for right now, just long story short, like if you believe what he says about your identity, it means you don't have to go out and like find an identity that's going to work for you. You don't have to like go through all this frustration and time and embarrassment and questioning, like trying to find an identity that you think could make work, like you've already got one. And the question is, do you want to, are you willing to like step into it and take ownership of it?